Alright guys, welcome back to more Let's Play Demon Souls. This is another post-commentary video, and I think it's going to be the last one of the series. So I have no clue where that 112 souls came from. So we're in the Valley of Defilement. You know, we're in the second area. We're past the Leechmonger, but we have not hit the Dirty Colossus yet. And I noticed that there's an item over here that I somehow missed, because that keeps happening. And another 28 souls that I have no idea where it's coming from. That seems to happen quite a bit in this game. And oh look, another 56 souls. What's happening? I don't get it. So we're in the area. As you can see, we have like the weird jellyfish looking monsters and stuff. I thought there was an item over here, which is kind of why I was looking. Maybe possibly an enemy. So we're actually going towards a second White Tenancy event that happens in the Valley of Defilement. Look, another just random amount of souls. Like, and I don't understand where they're coming from. Like, that's really weird. Anyway, we're going to do a White Tenancy event. And so I've actually cut this quite a bit. Like, it was 45 minutes of a raw recording, and we're going to be just over 11. Because there really isn't much to see. I died during one of the fights. I guess I was standing in water there, and so I got poisoned, which is incredibly dumb. But, you know, extra whatchamacallits, souls for us to enjoy from beating up the jellyfish. So we are going to end up talking to somebody, and we're going to end up fighting somebody, in which then we are going to end up getting an item, and that's literally it. That is the entirety of the video. So, we have this island here that has the big guy with like the club or whatnot. And it has a couple of the little guys with, like, the knives and stuff. So there is a light over there to our right. And that's basically where we're going to be heading. Now, I started thinking, oh, maybe it's some of the ones from... yeah, like, we ended up getting 76 souls from in front of us, which makes me think that people are dropping out of, like, one of the holes in the wall, which is causing a... like them to fall to the ground, which causes them to die, which I'm fine with. So if we come over here, we have somebody that wasn't here before, and I think this is Selen Vinland or something like that. I don't remember the exact name, but we also get an item, which is a free thief's ring that we already have. So that's pretty cool.
Why? You are one of the sane ones, are you not? I am Selen of the West. I seek my brother, Vinland, the knight who accompanied Saint Estrella on her travels. I believe they settled here. If you happen to see my younger brother, please tell me. I must share with him the last words of our father.
Okay, and so she needs to talk to him.
An unflattering rumor about Saint Estrella. Have you met that herb peddling woman? She claims that Saint Estrella is herself a demon. That woman has no reason to lie. Surely she must be mistaken.
And we're getting a bit of backstory
about this place. It brims with grime, but at once feels strangely pure. I find something odd about this place.
All right, and so now she's repeating herself. So,
at once feels strangely pure.
So she wants to talk to her brother, and so if you have pure White Tenancy, what happens is she appears here, which clearly, you know, your brother would be dead, or her brother would be dead at this point. In which, I don't know why I'm just standing here. Her brother's going to be dead, which means he'll show up as a black phantom, which means he's going to actually be a lot stronger to fight than how he was when you ended up fighting him when you needed to take out Maiden Estrella. Now, clearly, Selen doesn't know that Maiden Estrella was indeed a demon, but it does seem like Maiden Estrella was trying to keep some sort of peace in the world. So it's interesting to see that, because she was like the only peaceful, very pacifist demon that you end up fighting, and she just had her bodyguard, do the fighting for her to protect the land, and like I think the children is what she called it. Basically all the demonic mud babies. And so, Selen doesn't know that, clearly Maiden Estrella was a demon, but it's a different type of demon, it seems. And so what you need to do is you need to go all the way, and like there's an item up there that's regenerated, which I need to figure out why it's regenerated again. I think once you hit pure white tendency, just random items start being there. So we end up heading back to where Maiden Estrella was, because that is where Vinland is going to be. And so I ended up dying to him. And so this is the very end of the winning run. Basically, all I did was flame toss him and poison cloud him. He'll start healing after a certain points of damage. So I had to poison cloud him quite a bit, and I used up quite a bit of my spices for it. But there we go. With the ring, 27,000 souls for his Black Phantom. And we are going to equip the that, because we get Brammed, which is his giant mace weapon. Look, we have the demonic mud babies down there, which is interesting. Doesn't seem like there are any items over there. And I do try, I think, to take some of these mud babies out just to see. But I don't think it works. And then that dead body's just flopping around. Look at it. Oh, just the ragdoll physics. I'm like, yeah, we send out a poison cloud, but nothing happens. Like none of the guys get poisoned, which is kind of a shame. Yeah, and even when it's like right on them, they don't get poisoned. So you could try like soul raying them, maybe flame tossing them, but if they go under the water, they're invulnerable. Like you can't shoot at them, I'm pretty sure. You also can't lock onto them either. So yeah, like it hits the water and nothing. So we're like, oh, we're gonna wait until he pops back up, but it takes forever for him to pop back up. And we send it, and then he just goes under the water. So, can't really fight those guys with magic. Which is kind of a shame. I would like to beat up all the mud demon babies so I can get all the cool items and stuff. But there is nothing, like, specifically unique down there. Maybe a pure faint stone or something. Alright, and so this is on the trek back. Like, this was all one life, essentially. And I didn't even realize I didn't have the cling ring on, which is a huge mistake. But I do have, it looks like, second chance active. So if I were to die, I'll be fine. But I don't think I die. I just included this sort of little bit because it's like this is on the way back to Selen. And stupid mosquito poisons me. Ridiculous. And I somehow lost the 27,000. I don't even remember what the hell happened there. I think I fell near the very end of like the bridge that you can use as a shortcut to get back to the very beginning. Which I think that'll be included in this, is us re-getting the souls. But if you trade, I think it's a pure faint stone or something with Sparkly the Crow in the Shrine of Storms or whatever. That will get you, I think, 3 Stone of Inferior Eyes, so you can resurrect yourself that way. And we have the worthless Blue Eye Stone and all that junk. Like, I wish I could just take it out since the servers are, down. I can't use them. But they don't take up any weight limits, but they do take up space in my inventory. All right, so here we go. Back to Selen, in which we get poisoned right away.
This crest, that is a Vinland heirloom meant for my younger brother. So, My brother and Astraea have both strayed from the path of God. The poor souls. Perhaps their hearts were too pure. Umbasa. O traveling warrior, I hesitate to ask, but can you part with that crest? Garl has strayed from the path of righteousness, but I wish to have the heirloom in honor of our Vinland blood. I shall reward you in kind.
And so we'll give her the crest.
Thank you, kind warrior. As Garl's sister, I express my deepest thanks for your honoring of his name. Please accept this. It was intended for my brother, but now it should belong to you. May the angels gaze favorably upon you. Umbasa.
In which we get a ring of devout prayer, which is nice because I don't think we had that ring. So that's the other pure white tendency. And so when we come back, we are actually going to be facing the false king. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.